Very good morning from the KTJ Oval. And this is the last of the group stage matches of the ACC Men's Under-16 East Zone Cup of 2025. We're here in Malaysia for the game between Indonesia and Japan. We'll head down to the center for the coin toss.
So that's the coin toss on the pitch. You call, Charlie.
Tails.
It's heads. You win.
Bat first.
Bat first. Okay.
Thank you.
Good luck, chaps. Good
Thank
luck. Good luck.
Indonesia have won the toss and they've elected to bat. And Japan will be bowling first here today. They won't mind that. On the surface at the KTJ Oval, a very good cricket wicket. As we've seen in the past, there's a bit of everything for everybody. If you're a spinner, if you're a fast bowler, and if you're a batter, it's a bit of a challenge early on, but once you get set, you get used to the pace of the wicket, you can have some big runs. And this, of course, is a Group A match. Both these teams missing out on a spot in the semi-finals. Japan will feel a little more disappointed as they had a chance to make it through in this edition. And go back to that game against Singapore, played here at the KTJ Oval. Singapore pulling off a nail-biter over Japan. It was mostly on the shoulders of the Singaporean skipper Rian Nayak. Meanwhile, Charlie Harahinze will take his boys out for one final time at the ACC Men's Under-16 East Zone Cup. It's been a good outing for Japan. They've given a good account of themselves. They've looked dapper in their outfits and displayed some good cricket through the course of this tournament. And they will only grow from strength to strength with the experience and the exposure that they get. Meanwhile, Indonesia will also come out for one last time in 2025 here in Malaysia, try and score a few runs, and the boys from Japan already enjoying themselves as they should, led by Charlie Harahinze there. A good bunch of lads, and take their cricket seriously, but at the same time make sure that they enjoy it. That's what it all comes down to. Indonesia, batters just about ready to make the field. And they'll want to get a few runs here after winning the toss, choosing to bat, want to get off to a good start. In Japan in this series, in this tournament, have opened with Keisei Kobayashi from one end. Will they go to spin from the other? And Charlie himself, very good left arm spinner, good leader of the pack. Just given the way Japan have played their cricket, you can see that a lot of the young lads in the team look up to Charlie. Charlie, that's because he plays in the senior men's team for Japan as well. And so he brings a wealth of experience into this young under-16 side. Indonesia, well, they've got a good bunch of lads as well. A little bit behind on the experience in terms of their cricketing journey, which is why it's so important for nations and teams and youngsters like this to have the opportunity to compete in tournaments such as the ACC Men's Under-16 East Zone Cup. And while we're giving credit, must go also to Malaysia. the ground staff, the umpires, they've been fantastic throughout the course of this tournament. Here we are, first ball. It is Keisei Kobayashi who starts her right on the money. You see him there just a little bit watchful about his follow-through. He's been talked to by the umpires on a couple of occasions of running on to the danger area. You can see him just going through his follow-through, just being very mindful not to do that. And Kevin Niraj was on strike. He's got a slip, has Kobayashi. It's a good-looking shot for no run. So opting to go a little fuller today. Normally likes to operate on a good length, just back of. Again, after this game, the journey ends for both these teams, but they'll take quite a lot of experiences back home with them of having played some really good, strong oppositions. Meanwhile, in Group A, Nepal, who are leading the table with one game, they're up against Bhutan in their last encounter. And for them, it's an inconsequential game, and they're already top of the table. But they'll be looking to wrap that up early, get some rest. This is clipped off the pads very nicely. Work to do. As well as Montihara Hinze. A very athletic bunch of lads from Japan. I'm very impressed with the body language that they've managed to keep throughout an innings, whether it's been 20 overs, 30 overs, or it's gone the whole way. They've always managed to keep that energy level, the intent, the chatter, the body language, very positive. Looking to leave, looking to play, undecided. In the end, picks up a single down to third. Here we go. Umpire once again just having a chat with Kobayashi. Umpire's a little bit more tolerant at this early age. And Kobayashi, no doubt, will go back and fix that. Coming back in this time from Kobayashi. End of a good first over. 3 without loss. Charlie Harahinze, the skipper from Japan, who's led from the front. Be bowling the second over. We've seen Charlie. He's top class left arm spinner. With the new ball, he'll be looking to attack the stumps. He can get the ball to turn away as well. And we've seen him bowl a couple of batters around the legs already in this series. Japan, an up-and-coming rising star in the region, playing a few more tournaments, both domestically, internationally, in the different age groups and the senior men's side. Right on the money. Ketut. In Japan, they know a thing or two about piling on the pressure. We'll leave that one alone. And this will interest Charlie, just how far across his stumps he had to go to leave that one. Oh, that is very tight call, but it is a wide. A bit more flight from Charlie on that occasion. Beats the mid-wicket fielder. That's up close. And Ketut gets off the mark with that single. So Indonesia, quiet start, but a good one nonetheless for them. Oof. Now we've seen this quite a bit. Batters choosing to stay on the back foot. It just goes to show the surface is a good one. It was not a very short delivery from Charlie. But Kavin Niraj, just on the back foot, guiding it down to third. And this will interest Charlie quite a bit. Well, end of the second over, Indonesia have moved along to 10 without loss. This is very good batting so far from Indonesia and their openers, Kavin Niraj, looking to get on that front foot. There's been some good shots on display. I'm thinking of that clip in the first over of his toes. Kasi Kobayashi opting to go a bit fuller than he normally likes to or would do. That's where he usually likes to bowl, just around a good length, just back of. He keeps walking back and looking at his footmarks. He's a bit concerned about running on the danger area. As a young fast bowler, when you have all these concerns in your mind, it might cloud your thinking a little bit. He's got to figure out a way to get that out of his mind once he reaches the top of his mark, and just think about what he wants to bowl and what he wants to execute, not have the fear or anything else getting in the way. Run in, bowl, and execute what you have in mind. Pulled away this time, and just slightly backward, a square. It'll get to the boundary for the first boundary of the innings, coming off the bat of Kavin Niraj, and is a very good looking shot. Kasi Kobayashi wasn't all that short from him, but Navin Niraj pulling that away in the fine style. Goes leg side. That is another good looking shot, but there's a fielder there and it is taken. And the trap was set and Kabir Niraj obliged to a full delivery on the pads. That is Montihara Hinze there, down at deep fine leg, who completes a good catch to give Japan their first wicket. And Kabir Niraj, despite looking very good out there in the centre, has to begin the long walk back. Indonesia are 14 for 1 here in the third. Kaisei Kobayashi, Doggett, providing the first breakthrough for Japan. Indonesia have looked good with the bat for the 2.5 overs. Oh, he's looking to leave that one. And, definitely not the right choice. He was batting on middle and leg and chose to leave a full and straight one. Kaisei Kobayashi Doggett is on a hat-trick. And, I think he was trying to leave it on height. Might have got some bat on and ricocheted back onto the stumps. And first ball duck for the number 3. And Japan have got 2 and 2. And at the end of the third over, Indonesia are 14 for 2. Just going through the top performers in the tournament so far. Ahan Wutandam from Singapore with 225 runs in the series so far. Mind you, he got 148 of those here at the KTJ Oval. Prasida Jaishi from Nepal, 220 for him. But here's Charlie. Change in bowling. This is Hugo Kelly. Just a couple of overs for Charlie. Struggled a bit with his line and length here. Yes and no. Chance for a run out. They make it home safe. And, Rian Nayak from Singapore is in third spot on most number of runs, 189 for him. We'll get to the bowlers in just a bit. That's a good change from Charlie, recognizing he's not hitting his mark. Puts himself at the catch and cover position. Oh, he's gone down the ground. First sign of aggressive intent here from Kadek. And Japan won't mind this. Interestingly enough, the leading wicket taker charts is topped by a young kid from Myanmar who's picked up 12 wickets. This is another good-looking shot, but just the one bounce from Ketut to mid-on. So Kiao Min from Myanmar with the 12 wickets leads the bowlers. And well, that is always a good sign. This is driven down the ground again. Another single. It's always good signs when you have newer teams competing and you have good individual performances from them. And in second place, we've got the home side's very own Mohammad Amirul Firdaus with 11 wickets. And of course, can't have the leaderboards without somebody from Nepal being there. Bipin Prasad Sharma also with 11 wickets. Kasi Kobayashi took it. I'm not sure he realized he was on a hat-trick on this delivery. And 2 for 7 so far from 2.1. Very tight first slip in place. Kadek and Ketut now looking to just leave most of these deliveries after they started to take on the spin of Hugo Kelly in that previous over. A bit more watchful towards Kobayashi. No appeal there. That's because he was angling well past the leg stump. Oh, just fenced that one off, goes down to third, and perhaps could have had a catching gully in place. And Japan, they've picked up 2 early wickets already. Just opting for only 1 slip. And Kobayashi has more often than not managed to get some steep bounce. He himself is a very tall bowler. Goes 2 leg side this time. Goes full and straight, has a big swipe across towards the leg side. Manages to get the inside half of the bat and pick up a single. Going down the list of players who have impressed us through the series. There's one leg spinner, Juto Ball from Japan. Bowled well in that game against Singapore. Unfortunately, did not go Japan's way. Oof, this is a very close Ketut has got to be careful. He doesn't go too far across his stumps, trying to leave these ones that are pitching a round leg stump. Might be a good idea for a left arm spinner just to come over the wicket. You see he's batting on off stump there, middle and off. Another good over comes to close from Kobayashi. He's bowled 3 and he's got figures of 2 for 11. Indonesia are 23 for 2 after 5. But for now, it is Hugo Kelly to continue. Need to target the stumps a bit more. Oh, some turn already. Slog sweep, not entirely off the middle of the bat. Harrison there with the chase. Keeps it down to just 2. And going back to that game against Singapore and Japan, well, they had the game in control. They had runs on the board and they were defending. And they dropped a couple of chances. This time it's up in the air. Harrison getting under it, poised himself well, takes a fine catch, and Japan celebrate their 3rd. It's a Cadet who will play no further part. 5 for 9 for him. Hugo Kelly tossing it up there. Cadet looking for that big shot. Protection was out on the boundary. And Harrison makes no mistake. Hugo Tanny Kelly hasn't taken him long to contribute in this game. He's into his only 9 deliveries before he picked up his first wicket. He's looking for that turn. Mind you, we're just in the 6th over. Oh, this is very straight. Umpire says no, perhaps for height. Maybe there was some bat involved. Very difficult to tell. This is flatter through the air, worked into the leg side. Should pick up 2, they do. Rewarding over comes to a close. 6 gone. Indonesia are 25 for 3. There's a change in bowling. Kobayashi has been taken out, and it's Sam Robinson coming into the attack. And for the first time today. Good looking shape, and he'll be had a chat with by the umpire. Bowlers can't go on to the danger area. In the early years as a fast bowler, more often than not, you get warned and told by umpires to stay off the danger area. It's that second step after you deliver the ball that's got to be careful. That right foot of Sam Robinson, when it plants for the second time after delivery. And yep, that is okay. Umpire won't have too much of an issue with that. It's a wide ball from Sam Robinson. Just watching his follow through here. Umpire will be having a close eye on this. And the umpires have been good throughout this series. The cricket has been good, the batting's been good, the bowling's been good, and well, we've been treated to some fine cricket from these youngsters across 10 nations here in Malaysia. That is a very good delivery from Sam Robinson, attacking the top of off. It's a bowling coach's dream delivery. And well, just the one run for Sam. And 7 overs gone. Indonesia 28 for 3 after they won the toss and chose to bowl first. And Ketut, who's been out there from ball 1, is batting on 4 of 14, joined by Ryan Riza, 2 of 3. And Kesei Kobayashi, who picked up back-to-back wickets towards the end of his second over. And Hugo Kelly picking up one. Oh, goes big. Mid-off, won't get to it. And there's a Juto ball. Perhaps we'll see him in action later on. Thinking about just under 3 overs time once the power play is done. And Charlie Hinze can give young Juto ball a bit of protection on the boundary. That'll help him boost his confidence. And for now, it's Hugo Kelly who's flighting it up there. Has he taken it? Umpire says it's a ground ball. That's Charlie at that short catching cover position. Ketut been out there for 16 deliveries. Oh, he's gone leg side. That is a good looking hit, but straight to the fielder at mid-on. It's already pouched a catch there. That of Kadek. Hugo Kelly picks up another one in similar fashion, tossing it up around the off stump. Batters choosing to go leg side, just outside the off stump there. but not able to clear that mid-on fielder. And the fourth one falls for Indonesia with a score on 29. Well, it's Gabby Hara-Hinze there at mid-on, who's pouched the two catches. Oh, this is flighted, so safe pair of hands is Gabby, entrusted with one of the hot spots for today's innings. Mahendra Aji, the new batter, sees out the first couple of deliveries from Hugo Kelly. Indonesia in desperate need of a partnership. The openers started quite well, but both of them are back in the dugout. So number 3 and 4. Rian Riza and Mahendra Aji. Well, Robinson, he's been good. He's got some good shape back, and I, in particular, like the length that he's bowling. Hitting the top of off. And this time goes fuller. That's because there is still a bit of swing in the air. Hot, humid conditions here in Malaysia. No slip in place for Sam Robinson. That's because of the in-swing. Oh, just deciding to pull out of that one. That back foot getting stuck in the ground. On this one, going away. Sam Robinson going away a little too far. And he's back on it. 30 for 4 here in the 9th over. Indonesia winning the toss, choosing to bat first. And Japan will be the happier of the two sides, given the way things have started. It's another wide for young Sam Robinson. And just needs to stay consistent. If he can get that ball to finish on the stumps, more so middle and off, with the amount of swing that he's getting. Yeah, just like that. He'll ask a lot of very important questions. And no doubt he will figure that out as he plays more cricket in these formative years. This needs to stay disciplined and consistent with his line and length. And having trouble with that at the moment. Perhaps something for young fast bowlers. Once you bowl your delivery, whatever's happened, you have the time between you turn around and you get to the top of your mark to deal with anything that might be in your mind. But once you get to the top of your mark, you need to know exactly what you want to do, and only that should be in your mind as you run in. And obviously, you've got your pre-ball routine that you have in terms of the way you start your run-up. That's got to work like clockwork. At the moment, Sam Robinson just looks like he's trying to get through the over. And it's a good way to finish. 2 overs gone for Sam Robinson. It's the 4 runs without a wicket. 9 overs gone. Indonesia are 32 for 4. Here you go, Kelly, bowling wides now. And just trying to go a bit straighter, attack the stumps. That's flighted. It's hit Hapish. And it's hit well. Good looking boundary this. Mahendra Aji. Getting off the mark with a boundary. Here you go, Kelly. Will pull his length back here. And looking to press onto that front foot. Here you go, Kelly's got a couple of balls to turn in towards the right-hander. Goes on the back foot. A bit of Manas Lambuschagne there. From young Mahendra Aji. Well, Charlie has been brilliant with his decisions and his bowling changes. Oh, this is another good delivery from Hugo Kelly. It's the end of the 10 overs, the power play completed. So now Japan will be allowed to keep 4 fielders outside the 30-yard circle. Indonesia have managed to get themselves to 37. But the concerning part for them would be the 4 wickets that they've lost in the process. Oh, Mahendraji just being hit in the sensitive regions there. He looks okay to continue. He had young Thanakon Chayamang from Thailand yesterday. He had to walk off the field and played no further part with the bat. A similar region, but he's good now. A slight delay in proceedings. Well, I think the batter hasn't fully recovered. He's walking off. It takes not the best of places to get hit. And just churns the insides. And well, he'll be replaced by number 21, Watu. Robinson will be coming back here for his third, as he learnt the lessons that he needed to in this first two. And continues to go outside the off stump. And as an in-swing bowler, well, if you're going to make mistakes, he's better off bowling wides down the leg side rather than the offside, because if he's pushing the ball so far across, he's going against his natural swing. That is much better, because if he's bowling wides on the leg side, the correction is very minimal. But if he's bowling wides on the offside, then he has to bring the line back towards the stumps. And well, did well to come back after that wide. Did Robinson. And can he stay there? Much better. He started off well in his first over, especially with that length that he was bowling. I think he's just searching for something, whether that's swing or pace. We will never know. Goes full. That's that swing that saved the batter on that occasion. Riza, feet not going anywhere, just on the crease. Beg your pardon. Swing and a miss. Looking to attack Robinson here is Riza. He's figured out that Sam Robinson is going fuller, and perhaps something he can throw his hands at. Left alone on that occasion. That is a good delivery to wrap up the 11th over from Sam Robinson. Indonesia are 38 for 4. Hugo Kelly will continue, but a change in plans. He's got a slip and a short leg in place. And continues to bowl full. It's up and it's taken. Harrison with the catch this time. And to bring up wicket number 5 for Japan. And this is how it happened. Hugo Kelly continues to toss it up. Big shot looking to go over the offside. Only managing to spoon it straight to Harrison. This is Y2 from the looks of it. And Japan are having a very good start to the day. Mind you, this is the last outing for both these teams in the ACC Men's Under-16 East Zone Cup. Indonesia winning the toss earlier this morning and choosing to bat first. Effectively 6 down because one of their batters got hit and had to walk off the pitch. Will he come back and try and score a few runs for Indonesia? We'll have to wait and see. Gusti coming out to bat in the 12th over. Hugo Kelly has picked up 3 for 14. He's in his 5th over. And Gabby's already pouched a couple of catches down at that mid-on position. Both of Hugo Kelly. Left alone on that occasion. Oh, this is hit straight back. Hugo Kelly picks up his 4th. And Dalva Effendi was the new batter, only managing to last 2 balls. Oh, Hugo Kelly 1 wicket away from a fifer here. And simple catch in the end for him. And Japan's catching has been pretty good, barring that Singapore game. And the reason I say that is because a couple of catches were dropped in crunch situations, but otherwise their fielding and their energy in the field, along with their catching, has been excellent for most of this tournament. .38 for 6 midway through the 12th over. Hugo Kelly bowling on figures of 4 for 14 in 4.3 overs so far. Safe to say he's having a wonderful day at the office. Well, this is very exciting. This matchup in favor of the off spinner, right arm off spinner, batter, left-handed batter batting on middle and off. Oh, this is very good bowling. Slip, silly pointed place. Both of them will be waiting. And every mode of dismissal coming into play here. Outside half of the bat. Diving attempt from the fielder. Hugo Kelly. Mind you, that's Monty. You can sense his 5th is just around the corner. And, it's left alone by Juan Alvaron. Who's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be for Japan? You can see the body language. They can already sense it. They've picked up 6 wickets with the score on 38 after 12 overs. It's good to see them enjoying themselves. Well, can Indonesia or any one of their batters provide them with a few runs? We'll have some pace on here from Japan. Going straight for that block hole with his first delivery. Eric Harrison already taking a good catch off of Hugo Kelly. He's been tasked with the ball now. Another good Yorker, back-to-back deliveries up in that block hole. Just needs to get it a little straighter. Goes the other way. So he'll have to re-bowl that one. By having a quick look at his partner down at square leg. And just ensuring that wasn't above the waist. There's no malicious intent there from Eric Harrison. He's just looking to go for that block hole. This time opting to pull the length back. This is good from Eric Harrison. He's looked to target that block hole, but his line just letting him down here a little bit. He's just been wide of the stumps. Mind you, this is just his first over, so can give the youngster a little bit of time to settle into a rhythm. Oh, this time I'm just going too far down the pads. Straighter doesn't get to that man at mid-wicket, looking for a single sent back by his partner. Good over from Eric Harrison. 13 overs gone, Indonesia 40 for 6. Well, groundsman kept busy, just having to redraw the lines at one of the ends. And well, I'm excited for this. Young Juto ball has been thrown the ball, and here he is bowling his leg spin. Starts with one just slightly shorter. It's going down to the final leg boundary. I'll come back for 3. As looks like Charlie, 3 of the Hinze boys out on the field for Japan. And boy, they look quite similar, at least on camera. Juto ball going around the wicket straight away. The leg slip in place. Oh, well, I'm not so sure you want to be doing that. Johan Alvaron, a leg spinner bowling around the wicket. He's going to look to target the stumps and choosing to leave that one. Oh, Juto ball almost picking up his first wicket there, but conceding a run, courtesy of Baez. Trying to figure out what happened there. It's gone off the pads of the batter. Ball's considered dead because he did not offer a shot. Oh, that's a good delivery from Juto ball. It's got the protection. And picked up 2 wickets against Singapore to just change the game and bring the momentum back towards Japan. Unfortunately, Japan not able to restrict Rian Naik and Singapore in that game. This is another good delivery. There we go. Once he settles into a rhythm, he looks much like the late great King. And in the previous game, I did say needs to throw that collar up. Oh, this is close. This is close. Perhaps just pitching outside leg stump. Oh, we'll have another delay. Oh, we had the physio out there who looked like he was just checking the vision of the batter. Seems to be okay. The safety a high priority at any level. This is the under 16s walking across his stumps there. The umpires will take no chance when it comes to player safety. And coming back for 2. Shoot a ball, conceding 4 runs off his first over. 14 overs gone, 44 for 6. Eric Harrison will come around the wicket to the left-hander. Starts with a full toss. Going by what we've seen in his first over. Likes to attack the block hole. Well, this is very interesting. He's hitting that sideline with his back foot. At the edge of the box. Oh, this one coming back in. Juan Alvaron has left a couple of deliveries that were very close and angling in towards his off stump. Well, happy to just leave these deliveries here from Eric Harrison is Alvaron. And a short ball there to finish off from Eric Harrison. Juto ball to bowl his second over. Flights one full, gets it to turn. Very impressed with the character of this young man. He's not afraid to toss it up, and because of that, he's getting a bit of turn. Swinging down the line of the ball, but by the time it gets to the hitting area or the contact point, the ball's already spun quite a degree away. Oh, this is a beautiful bowling from Juto Ball. And can he be a little bit more daring and try and pitch one around middle and leg and get it to do exactly the same thing? It goes for that leg stump line. Sweep shot pulled out. It will just be one run. Juto Ball shouldn't mind that. The batters are hitting against the turn. And now he'll go around the wicket. We've seen Alvaron already leave a couple that are angling back into him. Or decides to go for the slog sweep himself. And, well, that was not far away from the stumps. Charlie just moves himself to leg slip. Pulls it to mid-wicket. And it's taken by Hugo Kelly. Juto Ball picks up his first wicket. And subdued celebrations here from the boys in pink and blue. Very happy for young Juto Ball picking up a wicket here. Mahen replaces Alvaron. Indonesia 45 for 7 after 16. Well, drinks have been had. The first drinks here at the KTJ Oval after Indonesia. won the toss, chose to bat. 7 for 45 at the start of the 17th. Eric Harrison with one down the pads on the leg side. Just had a good first over, and from there he's struggled a little bit. He's only given the 3 runs. I'll make that 4. And Japan will feel a little let down that they're not able to get to the semi-finals, but they will not. They shouldn't lose heart, because they've played some good cricket through the course of the series. Plain a miss. They've gone up in appeal, and more optimistic than anything, I think. But Japan, over the course of the ACC Men's Under-16 East Zone Cup, have displayed that they've got a good pool of young players who are ready to step up to the challenge. They narrowly missed out against Singapore. But here they are against Indonesia. We've got them 7 for 47. Rayan Riza and Mahendra Aji trying to build a partnership here for Indonesia. Oof, that is a dangerous delivery. Eric Harrison has struck Riza on the helmet. Has a good fast bowler's delivery. Not sure whether to... Looking to duck, actually, on that occasion. Hit straight on the helmet. There will be a concussion test. Well, Riza appears to be walking off the field. He's doing so on his own accord, which is a good sign, but this is more cautionary than anything, and I think it's the right call. We talked about this earlier, to a slightly less serious injury, being hit in the lower abdominal region. Player safety is a high priority, and more so at the under-16 level. Want to ensure that these youngsters get to play cricket for as long as they possibly can. Well, Samuel walks out to replace Riza. Eric Harrison, while he might not have been able to pick up wickets up until this point, he's definitely been able to trouble the batters. Skiddy customer. He's got some pace on him. Good wheels, in fact. And Indonesia will not have faced this kind of pace. And so it's a true test here for this lower order from Indonesia. Goes full on this occasion. Well, Eric Harrison is bowling a good spell of fast bowling. He's been a little bit inconsistent with his line and length, for my liking. With the kind of pace that he has, just keeping around that off stump or fourth stump line is going to trouble quite a few of the batters, at least at this level. Down the pads once again. Well, that is a wayward delivery. It will be a no ball. And Eric Harrison, I think, is just struggling a bit with his length here. And I'm going to go out on a limb and say that even that bumper, I don't think was intentional. Finishes off the over, the 17th over completed, 49 for 7 for Indonesia. Right then, we've got Juto ball to continue. Can he land one around Midland leg, get it to turn towards the offside and either snick the top of off or find the edge and go straight into the wicketkeeper or Charlie Hinze's hands? And that's what he'll be looking to do here. Samuel Logo and Mahindra Aji, they'll know what to expect. And well, has he kept his back foot inside? No, he has not. And Juto ball strikes for the second time to dismiss the 8th of the Indonesian batters. Well, Japan wouldn't mind losing that toss. And they were put in the field. And they've got Indonesia 49 for 8 here at the start of the 18th over. Juto ball has picked up 2. And Japan have had a few standout performers through the course of this tournament. Kobayashi with a brilliant knock against Bhutan, and Charlie Inze both with bat and ball has been fantastic, and also with his leadership and bowling changes, field placements, and just overall Japan looking a very compact, well-oiled machine. However, this is the first time that they are competing in the ACC Men's Under-16 East Zone Cup, and there's our fourth official for the day, just checking with the Indonesian team if the batters can come out. Had a couple of players who've had to walk off. Well, looks like they will send out one of them. Two for five for Juto Ball into his third over here. Skylar Nakayama, who's been brilliant with the gloves behind the stumps. Looking for that dream delivery of a leg spinner. Pitching outside in the rough, getting it to go around the batter and clip leg stump. Getting quite a bit of turn here. Charlie Inze, on the other hand, has done that a couple of times from bowling a left arm around the wicket. He's castled a couple of batters around the pads. Oh, beats the outside edge. And yeah, so going back to this Japan team, and they've shown a lot of promise. A good mix of quite a few youngsters and a couple of seniors in terms of experience. Kobayashi, Charlie Hinze, Monty and Gabby as well, Hugo Kelly. And this one is perhaps, well, Skylar Nakayama seemed to continue on the appeal. Hugo Ball withdrawed it very quickly. Good over. Indonesia, they have a very good senior men's team. At the age group category, however, the youngsters, well, they are being tested here. And they'll go back and they'll put in the work and they'll look to come back stronger. We had a conversation about cricket cultures and how some of these countries have a very strong culture. Indonesia, similar to Thailand, Myanmar, and a couple of the other countries in terms of not much in terms of culture cricket-wise, as they've turned to another leg spinner here. But hopefully things will change with more tournaments like the ACC Men's Under-16 East Zone Cup. It gives these youngsters something to play for, something to prepare for, and a platform to display their skills and abilities. Oh, this is straight but off the bat. Koki Yoshida with the ball. If I'm not mistaken, he's leading the best economy rate. I'll bring you confirmation of that in just a bit. Well, this time, wide on the offside. It's funny how that happens, and some people call it the commentator's curse. And Japan now just requiring 2 more wickets here in the first innings to wrap things up. I beg your pardon, Koyuki Yoshida is the second on the list. First on the list is the host's very own Mohammad Danish Aldin with an economy rate of 0.70. Yoshida second on the list with 1.25. And well, too much for Nakayama to do there. Continues to struggle with his line. There's Yoshida. Much better on that occasion. 50 coming up in this over, courtesy of the wides. Manages to complete his over. Maybe there is one more delivery to go. So Yoshida here with an opportunity to pick up a wicket. And he'll have to re-bowl that one. Really struggling here is young Yoshida. And as a youngster, one of the things you want to learn is not to rush through and try and get the over done. He'll get it done this time. "19 overs gone, 57 for 7. Juto ball looking for his third. I think the blueprint is simple, and his plan of attack as well. Pitch it in line with the stumps, get it to turn away. Goes too far down the leg side. Every time he's pitched it in line with the stumps, he's looked to be in business. And does it. And picks up his third. Juto ball, 3 for 7 from 3.3. That's how it happened. I think seeing the batters walking off, I don't think there's going to be any more batters. Well, perhaps there will be. And Japan, well, they've enjoyed this morning here at the KTJ Oval. Despite losing the toss and being put in the field. And they've had a good day at the office. They've picked up wickets early on throughout the innings here into the 20th over as they continue to do so. A few delays allowing them to get hydrated. Mind you, hot, humid conditions here in Malaysia. And so the players are losing fluids quite quickly. It's important to stay hydrated. And this is one of the batters, I believe, who had to leave the field. He's back on. I'll bring you confirmation of that in just a bit. Juto ball, 3 for 7. Looking for his fourth. Could have a couple more fielders around the bat. This is Komang Wayu. Oh, this is, well, no appeal. Watchful again. Beg your pardon. It was Rehan Riza who was retired hurt. Have to wait and see if he will come out to bat or not. And 58 for 8 after 20 overs, Indonesia. Well, this is good from Charlie Hinze and Japan. Yoshida, who didn't have the best of first overs. He's been thrown the ball for a second time here, saying, come on, mate, get it right. Does so on that occasion. And this is very important early on in your career, that your captain gives you the opportunity to even fail, for that matter. You learn a lot while having to do it in a game. And Yoshida, well, just needs to be very clear in his mind and not be rushed. That is good on that occasion. Well, looking at his action, he's got a very different one from that of Juto ball. Juto ball looks more like a wrist spinner. I think that of the late great Shane Warne, and Yoshida, a bit more of a finger spinner. Like another great of the game, Anil Kumble from India, if you remember him. And each one of these leg spinners have their own strengths and weaknesses. But a good comeback from Yoshida so far in the 4 deliveries in his second over. That is very good bowling. And speaking of comebacks and how important it is for youngsters at this under 16 level to learn the importance of how you respond. Yes, he bowled a wayward first over, but Charlie Hindze has thrown him the ball again and he's given him the opportunity to come back. And he's done well. Even though it's a full toss, it's on the stumps. And this is how true confidence is built, in your ability to know that you can come back. And he's done well. Just the 2 runs coming in his second over. Indonesia 60 for 8 after 21. And Juto ball continues to spin his web. Not sure if he likes Spider-Man, but currently just spinning a web around Indonesia. 3 for 7. He's getting it to turn quite a lot. And yeah, I wouldn't mind to see him go around the wicket and try and bowl the batter around his legs. Oh, this gets the outside edge, but too far from Charlie Hindze. It was a slip. Maybe time to bring in a second or a third slip even. And just the 2 overs for Charlie. He's happy to give the others a go. Oh, this is uppish. And very quietly, he's picked up his 4th. And well, Juto ball is having a ball of a day here at the KTJ Oval. I think that's the last of the Indonesian batters that we'll see out here this morning. Japan have had a wonderful day in the field. Not much to write home about for Indonesia in their batting. Kevin Niraj at the top, 11 of 14 for him. But apart from that, nothing else with the bat. With the ball, Japan were very dominant. Kobayashi with the new ball picking up 2 for 11. And then Charlie just bowling a couple of overs, deciding to give the others a go. Hugo Kelly picking up 4 for 14. Juto ball 3 for 8. And well, when we come back from the break, Japan under 16 will need 62 runs for victory in their last game here at the ACC Men's Under 16 East Zone Cup. So stay tuned and we'll see you soon. Welcome back to the KTJ Oval just after the innings break, where Indonesia won the toss earlier this morning, chose to bat, could only manage 61 on the board, and Japan will need 62 to close their account here at the ACC Men's Under-16 Eastern Cup of 2025 with a win. Indonesia will be looking to pick up quick wickets, and well, defending 62 is not going to be easy on what is a good batting surface. And the Japan batters have looked in good nick so far. Hugo Kelly and Kobayashi normally open the innings. Have to see if Japan have made some changes there and give the others a go. A good first delivery from Dalva Effendi. Hugo Kelly on strike at the moment. Montehara Hinze at the non-striker's end. Oh, that's off the outside edge. It's well, Hugo Kelly slashing hard at that one. And Indonesia absolutely pumped here. Mind you, there was some aggression shown with the ball from Japan in that first innings. Indonesia replying with some of their own and dismissing the first batter from Japan, that of Hugo Kelly, without a run being scored. And Kobayashi, who normally comes in at the fall of the first wicket. And finds himself here out in the middle on the the third delivery of this run chase. Good channels here with the new ball from Dalva Effendi. Pulls that one, pulls it well in front of mid-wicket. First boundary for Kaisei Kobayashi. Well, the one thing we know for certain is the batters from Japan, they have no trouble with the short ball. And they look to take it on every time it's made available. Indonesia, well, trying to be aggressive here with the ball. And they've already picked up one wicket. First boundary as well coming up off the bat of Kobayashi for Japan. There goes Fuller. And Dalva Effendi, well, he's had a good start to the over and in the defense of this run chase. Also looks like a very skittish bowler. Does not have, isn't a very tall bowler. So he looks to just rush it off the surface. Once again, a short ball, once again pulled into the leg side, but there is protection. Juan Alvaron out there at the mid-wicket boundary. A good first over, a wicket and a boundary coming off it. Japan are 5 for 1 after 1. Well, Indonesia also going for a similar ploy. Fast bowling from one end, spin from the other. And, well, they've got a slip in place. Off spin, oof, slow through the air. Kept the batter waiting. Gusti. This is nice, full and straight. Tossing it up there. Well, it'll be interesting to see if Kobayashi is willing to use his feet and step out. And chooses to stay on the back foot. And, well, it's been a good wicket. Keep coming back to this point where the batters have been able to stay on the back foot, even to deliveries that are not as short. And bounce has been true. And there's been enough in it for the fast bowlers who are willing to bend their back. And plenty in it for the spinners. Tossed up, full toss. Kobayashi looking to go leg side. Couldn't get hold of it. And Japan have been good in terms of putting away bad deliveries in their previous games. And so far, and they've lived up to that reputation. And just the full toss in this over. Kobayashi missing out on. Oh, and he's looking to cut that one against the turn. Chance at the non-striker's end, but the throw goes to the keeper end, and what should have been a maiden concedes a single. After 2 overs, Japan are 6 for 1. I think if you've been following the ACC Men's Under-16 Eastern Cup of 2025 coming to you from Malaysia, you'll know that these semi-final spots have been locked in. Nepal and Singapore from Group A, Hong Kong, China, and the home side, Malaysia, from Group B, have made it through to the semi-finals. One last outing here for both these sides, Indonesia and Japan. They'll be looking to end the tournament on a high with a win. Indonesia defending a very low total. Just 61 on the board they could manage after winning the toss and choosing to bat. And Japan have looked the stronger of the two sides. But Indonesia have stayed in it. And they've picked up one early wicket here. Can they pick up another? That slip going slightly wider than where he was originally positioned. And Dalva Effendi has bowled in good areas. I think there was some bat involved there. He seemed absolutely convinced that was going on to hit the stumps. And, well, no signal from the umpire means that there was some bat involved. Kobayashi scoring 100 at this very venue against Bhutan. But since then, he wasn't able to contribute with the bat for Japan in the other 3 games rather. That's a foolish delivery, driven. Straight to the fielder. Dalva Effendi has looked good. And a good prospect for the future for Indonesia. Japan just need another 54 runs for the win. They've got Kobayashi and Montihara Hinze out there in the middle at the moment. Another short delivery pulled away by Kobayashi, who's very strong off that length and through that mid-wicket region. Pulled that well and truly in front of square. So not rushed for time, Dalva Effendi. If this is part of his setup where he's dropping it short and in order to go full in the next couple of deliveries, we'll have to wait and see. He's been able to get the ball to move around a little bit. And Kobayashi is good off the front foot as well. And goes short and wide on the offside, cut away. Was that possibly a drop chance? Judging from the body language of the bowler and the fielders, and perhaps it was. In the end, a couple of runs for Kobayashi. He moves on to 13 or 14 deliveries. Well, perhaps there was a bit of a sound there. Umpire didn't hear it. Dalva Effendi seemed almost convinced that was off the bat. And just dabbing it down to third. Well, Japan have the batting lineup and they bat quite deep. And so they're not going to just look to defend. They will look to chase these runs down in quick time. 3 overs gone, 16 for 1. There's 46 more runs required. Got plenty of time to do it. Well, it's been a good tournament so far. And 10 teams, 6 of them will make the journey back home. And the 4 semi-finalists: Nepal, Singapore from Group A, Hong Kong, China, and Malaysia from Group B remain. That's cut away beautifully. It's beaten the field at short third. It will race away. And, well, good attempt, but deflected over the boundary rope. Kobayashi continues to find the boundary. Left alone from Montihara Hinze, who's beg your pardon, who's at the non-strikers end. That was Keisei Kobayashi. Monty's just faced the one delivery, so looking to score another boundary there. He's throwing the kitchen sink at it. Cut away, looking for a quick single. Needed a direct hit, I'd say. In the end, Monty making his ground. And Japan will look back in this tournament, and it will be that game against Singapore. They could have easily been in one of those semi-final spots had they managed to get the win against Singapore. However, it's not to be. Well, they've got to hold their heads up high. They've played some brilliant cricket throughout this tournament. Indonesia slightly behind them in terms of performances. Will also, no doubt, relish the opportunity and the experience that they've gained during this tournament. Fabulous grounds, strong oppositions, and here they are trying to pick up a couple of wickets and perhaps make Japan's lives a little bit harder for just a little bit longer. Gusti with another good over, 4 overs gone, 23 for 1. And speaking of the big semi-finals, well, that will come to you after a rest day, which is tomorrow. So the semi-finals to be played on the 3rd of July. Those games will be coming to you from the STC Oval and the UKM Oval. So this will be the last game from the KTJ Oval of the ACC Men's Under-16 East Zone Cup, which sees Japan needing 39 more runs as we see the first bowling change from Indonesia. This is Ketut Dharma. Starts with one angling down the leg side, and Kobayashi says, I'm not going to let those ones go anymore. He plays, helps it along its way. And another boundary. Beg your pardon. It's Montihara Hinze on that occasion, who hasn't had much of the strike. Just the 3 deliveries up until this point. Kobayashi's faced 20 and gotten himself to 19. So Monty playing a few shots here. Ooh, playing a miss. Ketut Dharma. Kitu Dharma not as quick as Dalva Effendi. But keeping it in the right areas here. Oh, interesting enough, the umpire is signaling dead ball. Having a chat with Monty. That's because while the bowler was in his run-up, Monty took a step down the wicket and was setting up outside of his crease. Oh, swing and a miss. Monty Arahenze looks to be in a rush here. 35 runs for Japan to get. He's had a big swing across to the leg side. That was not too far away from the off stump as well. All inside half of the bat. Monty just looks a little bit on edge here when he's on strike. He wants to wrap this game up and celebrate the win with his teammates. At the moment, he's got to play good cricketing shots. And just like that, clipped away off his heels. Should come back for two. They will. This is one aspect of Japan's batting, and that has been highly commendable. They're running between the wickets, although when they faced Nepal, they were put under pressure by some good fielding, and these singles and twos were not made available to them. But against some of the less experienced sides, they've always been able to milk those ones and twos. And quick single attempted. I think he's going to be in trouble here. Yes, he is. Kobayashi, well, don't think there was a single there. Hit straight to the fielder. Take a look at this. Off the back foot. Monty just sets off, leaving Kobayashi well and truly short of his ground. And against the run of play, Indonesia have picked up the second wicket, courtesy of some good fielding. Out walks the skipper for the last time in the ACC Men's Under-16 East Zone Cup. It's been a wonderful tournament for Charlie Hinze with bat and ball. Unfortunately for his team, not so much. And I say that because Japan could have had a spot in the semi-finals. And some drop catches at clutch moments saw them lose out to Singapore. But Charlie has been exceptional with bat and ball, and as a leader with his decisions as well, with his changes, with his field placements. Oh, 5 overs bowled before this extra, 29 for 2. And played off the back foot, and well, dare I say, it was a bit of hogging the strike there. If he was looking for that single off the last delivery, And that resulted in Kobayashi being run out at the keeper's end. But he's got to finish the game here for Japan. Monty and Charlie at the halfway stage in terms of runs required. 31 for 2 in the 6th over here. And after that run out, Monty was immediately apologetic towards Kobayashi. Driven through the offside, straight to the fielder. Hands on heads here. That would have been a big wicket if they could have held that catch. Oh, Charlie, he's likes the offside field, likes to go through covers, also can play that, and just helped on its way. As the skipper from Japan gets off the mark with an effortless boundary. It was a loose delivery from Gusti. Full toss outside leg stump, which Charlie swept away for a boundary. Change of angles from Gusti now. Goes right arm around to the left-hander. Cut away. Good fielding at backward point. And Charlie likes the offside field. Also likes the leg side field. There's very little portions of the ground where he cannot score runs. This time goes with a straight bat. Another quick single attempted. Japan living dangerously here with the running between the wickets. Perhaps taking this Indonesian side a little too lightly. Who've been pretty good with the ground fielding. And their catching could use some improvement. We've already seen one run out affected, courtesy of some bad calling between the wickets. Paddle that around the corner. End of Gusti's third. 6 overs gone, 37 for 2. Off looking to drive that one. Inside half of the bat. Japan needing just 25 more runs against Indonesia. Ketut Dharma pulled a good first over. And this is Charlie on strike. Ketut's got a slip in place, which suggests he'll be looking to angle the ball across. Starts with a full toss, greeted by a big hit from Charlie. think this has gone all the way. There's a full toss. And Charlie is not going to miss out on those. I think the umpire is just checking if it's pitched inside or over the rope. And Kethu Dharma changes his angles, comes around the wicket. And he's gone again in a similar region, but it's up in the air, hasn't got the distance, and a catch has been spilled. So Kethu Dharma, well, misses out on some poetic justice. He bowled a loose delivery which went for a boundary. And the very next one gets Charlie to go after him and spills a catch. He would have loved to have had his man, not to be for Kethu Dharma. Charlie also looking in a rush to finish things off. 44 for 2 here. You can see Charlie is just moving that front leg out of the way. Anything pitched up is going to go down the ground or to the leg side, more towards long on. Oh, it does so again, and it's been put down once again. So Kethu Dharma not being assisted or supported by his fielders. Well, you've got to feel for the young man. I created 2 chances and 2 deliveries, and that too off the bat of the skipper from Japan. And both of them gone begging. Monty just blocks that one out, sees off the 7th over. Japan are 45 for 2. Use the feet down the ground. Single picked up. Japan just coasting along towards this target now. 46 for 2. As Kusti continues in his 4th. Well, this is what sets the stronger sides apart. Their basics are very strong in all 3 departments. And for these youngsters to compete against some of these sides, it'll be made very evident on the things that they've got to work on if they want to improve in performance and in terms of ability in tournaments such as this. You've got to do the basics right, And with batting, that would be batting for time, having good front foot and back foot shots, and well, basically the composure to bat long and score big. With the bowling, it's being disciplined, bowling on one side of the field, one side of the pitch, and well, bowling to your plans. And with the fielding, taking your catches is probably going to be up there on the list of things that you want to do. And then the ground fielding, putting pressure on the batters, good body language, good energy. This is pulled away into the leg side. And well, Indonesia have picked up their third. Charlie has to go. He did well to get to 13 of 9, make that 13 of 10. And Gusti picks up Charlie Hinze's wicket with the score on 47. The wicketkeeper batter for Japan is Skylar Nakayama Cook. He's a critical part of this Japan composition. Very good with the gloves behind the wicket, and important and integral part of this middle order for Japan. Normally just likes to nudge the ball around, can play the big shots if needed. We're quite happy to just nudge the ball around, pick up singles, get the other batter on strike. Has a good head on his shoulders as well. Eight overs gone. Japan 47 for 3. Not far from the finish line now. Well, that's cut up-ish. And well, we're seeing spin from both ends now. Kevin Niraj, the only batter from Indonesia to get to double figures. Here he is with the ball. Bowling some off spin. Starting off really well. Watchful. That's because Kevin Niraj has started his first 3 deliveries really well here. Bowling in just the right channel as an off spinner to the right-handed batters. We saw Hugo Kelly in the first innings bowl a similar line, although Hugo Kelly, much taller, was willing to give the ball a lot more flight. Kevin Niraj immediately bringing on a fielder at bat pad. I think he's really close here. And driven down the ground. That fielder at short leg. He's standing upright. Almost upright. Needs to get a lot lower. I think he's just a little too close to the edge of the wicket here. Oh, this is uppish. And another one for Indonesia. Well, Japan is faltering here at the finish line. As Kavin Niraj comes into the attack and picks up his first wicket, the fourth of the Japan batters that have to begin the walk back. So Monte Harahinze departs. Gabi Harahinze replaces him as Indonesia continue to excite with just 13 runs left to defend. Can he get a slip in place? With only 13 runs required. This puts a little bit more pressure on the new batter. Oh, he's pulled him. Well, Japan here in a very strong position, just 13 runs away from victory, starting to crumble. And, well, peach of a delivery from Kavin Niraj. Half of Japan back in the dugout. And Indonesia, well, they're waiting for all their players to come into the huddle. And look at that. They are enjoying this. They've got Japan, well, in quite a precarious position here. Tiger Hag replaces Gabi, who's been dismissed for a first ball duck. And Kavin Niraj, 2 wickets in the over, 9 overs gone. Japan, 49 for 5. And we'll see more spin. Gusti will continue. He's been wicketless up until this point. And take a look at that the first over from Niraj. Kavin Niraj, 2 for 2 from 1. Well, Gusti will continue. He's got a slip in place and a short leg. I think he's got to have the same field for Kavin Niraj if it gets to the next over. Well, as this game got a twist in its tail. Gusti 1 for 18. Picked up the important wicket of Charlie Ince. Skyler Nakayama picks up a single. With that single, brings up the 50 as well for Japan. Just 12 runs required now. Oh, that bat pad is really close. And,
Gusti, not the quickest of spinners. Oh, that's flighted. That's a tempter. And Gusti not to toss it up here. And two very new batters at the crease. And why not? Indonesia looking to pick up their sixth. And Tiger well within his rights to back away as fielders continue to chatter while the bowler has begun his run up. Umpires having to get involved here. This is getting intense. It's entertaining. And happy to leave that one alone. Indonesia and Japan. Well, both these sides looking to end their journey in the ACC Men's Under-16 Eastern Cup with a win here. Cuts that one away. And a misfield. Well, it's running away. These are going to be very important runs, 4 of them. It'll take Japan to 54 for 5 after 10. They'll just need 8 more runs. Oh, Niraj, who's picked up 2 in his first over. I think the umpire just going to have a word with that fielder at bat pad. He can't cross the line of the pitch. Oh, that is a full toss. And they've called through for a quick single. That's because long on is on the boundary. And I think Indonesia, well, they need to bring everybody up here. And if Japan decide to go over the 30-yard, there's not much they can do about that. And 2 very new batters. Nakayama on 3 of 6. Tiger on 4 of 4. Or leaves that one alone. You've got to be careful when you're leaving a ball from an off spinner on the offside. Got to be very sure of the turn and where your off stump is. Oh, he's hit it to that fielder at bat pad, and we were talking about him being a little too close. Had he been a step or 2 back, might have been a slightly easier chance. With him that close, it's a point blank reaction that he's got to have in order to take that catch at welcome Niraj. Oh, now he's going to have to think about bringing in a catcher in on the offside under the lid. And exciting scenes here from the KTJ Oval. Japan just needing 7 runs for a win. Indonesia, well, intensifying things here out in the middle. Oh, squeezed away into the leg side. They should pick up 2. He's run his shoe off. And, well, 2 very important runs as the 11th over comes to a close. Kavin Niraj, you've got to ask the question, why was he not brought into the attack sooner? A 2 for 5 from his 2 overs. Well, this is interesting. Gusti, who's well into his spell, keeps marking his run-up at the start of every over. Umpires just telling Indonesia to get a move on. Well, I'm surprised that Kevin Niraj did not have the same field as Gusti. This is flighted, hit down towards long on. Well, Indonesia have got to bring the field up here with just 4 runs to go. And well, the umpires are having a busy day here, just calming the boys down. Good delivery from Gusti. Well, this has been an absolute delight to watch. A good fight from Indonesia and defending a very low total. And Japan would not have wanted to get so close. Chance at the non-striker's end. A diving effort sees him safe. And Tiger had to put in the dive to make his ground. Well, 3 runs now for Japan to seal the win and go home on a high. And Skylar Nakayama continues to impress with his composure. It's a very good looking defense when you've got 3 fielders around the bat. They're all coming in tight. Trust his defense, trust his technique. And he'll see out the 12th over. And just 3 runs more for Japan to get. Indonesia making things very interesting here with a bit of pressure. Oh, they've got to have the same field for Kevin Niraj. 2 people under the lid at a slip in place. Still no slip in place. Yes, I get it, he's an off spinner, but just putting that extra field around the bat creates a bit more pressure. Oh, strays this down leg side, and keeper just padding it away. 2 very important runs here. Well, Japan have got 5 wickets in hand. They've been ahead of this contest the entire time, but Indonesia, credit to them for staying in the fight, making things interesting. Well, it's just 1 run to win now. Surely everybody's got to come up. And Skylar Nakayama, ice in his veins. Oh. Hope he does not take this the wrong way, but I'm going to call him Skylar the Iceman Nakayama. And look at that, absolutely wonderful to watch. He's got 2 fielders there, very close to him. Trust his defense. Ooh, looking to cut that one away. Kevin Niraj, on the other hand, for Indonesia has been fantastic. 2 for 7 here. Oh, the Iceman goes up in the air, and Kevin picks up his 3rd. Well. 1 run to win for Japan. They lose another one. 6 down with a score on 61. And, some might say this is the good old commentator's curse. Skylar Nakayama looking to finish it with 1 hit. Well, has to depart. Robinson walks out to the middle. With 1 run to get for Japan. Indonesia. Well, it's moments like this that will bring a team together. You've got to say, given the way things are, this is this game definitely belonging to Japan. But Indonesia, against all odds, have fought back well here. And they should take huge belief from this performance. As Robinson blocks that one out. Kevin Niraj 3 for 7 from his 3. He'll throw the ball to Gushti. He's going to toss it up and tempt both these batters. Jersey number 37 is going to go into slip. Maybe not. He's going to. So we're going to have a leg slip or a leg gully and a gully on the offside. One run to win. He's cut that away. They've run hard, and Japan, in the end, have done it. They've sealed the win. Indonesia, they've got to be mighty proud of this effort. Picking up 6 wickets, trying to defend 61. And while they might have failed, they've got to have a very strong belief after a performance like this. Japan, however, perhaps making it harder on themselves, losing wickets at, well, they were well and truly ahead of this game. The match summary: Indonesia winning the toss earlier this morning and being bundled out for 61. A couple of their batters being hit. Only one of them managing to get to double figures. Kevin Niraj, 11 of 14 for him. And Juto Ball, one of my favorite players from Japan, picking up 4 for 8 in his 4.5 overs. Hugo Kelly as well, another 4 for 14 from his 5. Kobayashi did the damage with the new ball, picking up 2 early wickets for 11 runs from his 3 overs. And with the bat, they started well. Kobayashi once again 19 of 20 and Monty 13 of 19. And then there was a collapse. And Charlie managed to get to 13 of 10. And in the end, Japan scoring a 62 for 6, winning the game in the 14th over. And well, that's the end of these the journey for these two teams. And after this, it's semi-finals day coming to you on the 3rd. Well, we'll see Japan, Singapore, Malaysia, and Hong Kong, China in action. The fixtures will be out shortly. But we hope you've enjoyed this coverage. But for now, that's it. Me saying thank you for joining us. We'll have the post-match presentation coming up shortly, so stay tuned for that. Robert Rayner signing off from the Combox.
Good afternoon, everyone. This is the last game of the group before the semi-finals, Indonesia versus Japan. There were three contenders for man of the match. Japan having won this this game by 4 wickets, low-scoring game, but eventually won by Japan in the 13th over. Three players in contention for man of the match. One is Juto Ball, who took 4 wickets for 8 runs, Hugo, who took 4 for 14, and Kese, who took 2 for 11 and scored 19 of 20 balls. But it has been unanimously agreed to give Juto the man of the match today. Well done. Well done. Thank you.